Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy coming at you with a little sneak peek of Wushu Chronicles patch 2.0, which is the latest patch. So basically I'm going to be doing like just a little overview of like what's different and stuff like that. So the menu compared to patch 1.2 has new game, load game, exit, and this is a sort of a special mission, I guess. But I tried it out and it starts you more or less in the same point. I don't really know what's different yet because I haven't tested it out fully. But let's go with the new game and see what's new. I have been having issues with this version from Steam currently, like it crashes and stuff like that randomly, but I did manage to stream it for like 3 or 4 hours without a problem and without any crashes. So yeah, for now I'll let you enjoy the cutscene and then we'll get into it.
缠斗中，众人忽遭火处埋伏，一时间尸横遍野，死伤无数。危难之际，武林盟主不不道人身先士卒，一看是神功退敌，携众人向天神牌废弃的大殿退去。
Okay, so I'm not gonna get into the story in this video because it's just like to show stuff off. Basically what has changed is that now you start as your character's dad in the Battle of Tianshan, which is something that's like obviously a big part of the story in well, in the whole game more or less in every patch. From what I've seen so far, here you can talk to all the NPCs and get like a little bit more information of what everyone sort of thought about his dad and all that kind of stuff. You don't really like get any items or whatever. The crazy thing about this is that you start with the 9 Yang internal, which if you're a fan of the lore or the books or whatever, you know that this is absolutely insanely OP. Like, it's just madness how strong that is. So, in this little tutorial, you're insanely strong for, well, obvious reasons, because his dad was the leader of a sect. So, yeah. Everything else is maxed out. Cool. There's a lot of, like, substantial changes to the game, and I think some of them are good, and some of them are, like, so-so. I don't really think that there is anything that's bad, but it just makes things slightly more complicated, in my opinion. So, if you want to skip the tutorial, this is how you do it. The second option is to skip the tutorial completely, and you just go straight into the game. But I do suggest you play through it, at least like the first time, because it's pretty cool. I think it looks cool. So here you have the battle itself, where everybody's just getting butchered and slaughtered, so good times. And you decide to go out there and just handle the business yourself, more or less. There's a bunch of new outfits. I've seen like little sort of sects, like not necessarily like full-on sects, but like little factions that are like available throughout the game and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So this guy tells you like how to equip inners, stuff like that you should level them. It's just basic stuff if you've played this game before. I don't think he gives me anything. Nope. So yeah, other than that, this is not... I'll go through the full tutorial and a little bit about like joining a sect and how things have changed and all that good stuff. I've had a friend help me like translate stuff up to like a certain point, because he actually speaks Chinese. The biggest issue that we both kind of like had while trying to figure stuff out is the fact that this is written in like traditional Chinese, same as like the older patches, and not in simplified Chinese, which makes it like really hard to sort of like comprehend everything and stuff like that. So that's a bit of a bummer, like in my opinion, that they still did not add like simplified Chinese in the options, in the settings. But the settings are more or less the same, like nothing has really changed. So yeah. that's basically it for all that. The cooler things is they've added like this special sort of location that like once you've joined the sect you can go to, and I'll show you how to do all that right now. As soon as I finish the tutorial, I mean when I join a sect. Oh, look at that finger. Look at that finger smash. And in there, the way that you now level up in a sect has completely changed. Like those old NPCs that you saw me going to in those videos are gone. Like everything's been replaced. It's like a sort of, not a like full system overhaul, but like it just changed how you do things, so that'll impact the way that I'm gonna plan my playthrough and all that stuff when I'm gonna get to it. What else did I want to say? Well, I also need to think about it. This is just like off the top of my head. I was just like, yeah, let me show this off since I have a little bit of extra time today. Oh yeah, so in this new location, there's a room that you can upgrade by, you remember that in the old patch there was like building certain buildings within sets and stuff like that? Now you have a general building, I'm assuming, where you can create your own martial arts. Or your own internals, I'm not particularly sure, but I will be checking that out regardless. So, assuming that you can create your own martial arts, that's already like a huge improvement to the game that I think it wasn't necessary, but it's like a really nice surprise to see that you can do that. So that's pretty awesome. Other than that, the game now seems to be revolving a lot more around random encounters in the open world than timed events that are going to happen at X time in Y point. So let's say it happens in 1395 in Wudang, as an example. Now I feel like it's more free flow, because once you've unlocked the quest for a event, it stays active in that place until you actually complete it. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to progress a certain story, you don't need to worry about like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss it if I choose to level up my identity in a sector or whatever. It stays there, so you don't need to like worry about time constraints as much. But there's a lot more time consuming things in like the open world when you go around and you explore and all that stuff, from what I've seen so far. I haven't like really had the time to sink that much time into this version. There's been some changes to the action cost of certain moves, like this used to be 4, now it's 3. Wrath of the Dragon or Dragon Claw is now 2 instead of 3. So on and so forth. There's like various little changes, which are good, and I don't understand why, but whatever, maybe we'll figure it out later. I didn't really see it as it being a problem, whatever. So you just basically do like a couple of fights, and each time you pass one of these fights, you get another one of your dad's moves, quote unquote. I mean, I think it's cool that they added this, because it like gives you sort of like more background information on your dad than just like relying on finishing the main storyline. The rewards have also changed for doing certain things, and this guy is a tutorial for something. Blah blah blah, W and F. Okay, whatever, it's basically just a tutorial, nothing insanely special. So now if we check it out here, 4 moves, and what it's meaning to teach you is that when you jump and you press F, you like do this dash to get to here, kind of thing. Now, basically to add on top of the lore that I've discussed before, since I really like King Long, King Long is the green dragon. As you remember, well, if you've read the Wuxia books or like know Wuxia lore, there are like 4 heavenly beasts, so to speak, and he's one of them. There's also the white tiger girl and the black turtle, and there's one more which I can't remember now off the top of my head. But yeah, you get the idea where I'm trying to get at. This sinner is so insane. I really want it. I hope you can learn it. It would be nice. They've also reduced the action requirements of 18 dragons subduing palm, the really cool attack. So with 24 stacks, I mean you get so many stacks of this just with this crazy 9 yang internal. The only thing that I like find as a big minus is that I cannot like record or stream this game without like display capture. Like game capture doesn't exactly work, so that's pretty unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. But it's cool because you can combo the other 2 moves of 18 dragons subduing palm. Now, as the game lore itself indicates, your dad's gonna die because he's been poisoned or whatever. So yeah. Guessing now he's dead. And now comes the really frustrating part that I find. After the cutscene, we'll talk about it.
乾隆宗养精蓄锐，建成武林中最庞大的势力。太子朱标深悉有藩王与乾隆宗暗中勾结，但查无实据，江湖各派未再选盟主，渐渐离心离德。正在此刻，你的故事即将展开。
So shit's about to go down, basically. I'll try to have as much of this as I possibly can, like translated so I can kind of understand it, but that's gonna take a month or so, maybe longer. So here, from what I've like understood so far, these would be like degrees of difficulty. So this is easy, this would be medium, and this would be like hard, more or less. Here, it's a lot like Tale of Wuxia. For those who have played that before, you have like a randomize button. So it's going to randomize the amount of points you have put in each profession before the game starts, which is okay. And these are 3 different sort of like buffs that you can start with that can give you like 400 evil points to start with, or you can do 30% more damage, or you can have like a starting move from a sword set, or get like a specific sword to start with if you're gonna go for swordsman, like you want to be a swordsman. So yeah, basically this is going to be insanely difficult to like explain and to translate and all that stuff, but you have options, a lot of options, and here are also additional buffs that you can get and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to make a semi-decent start. I've already done one where I like sat here for a good 30 minutes or something to like pick out everything that I want. Okay, so I start with an extra 10,000 cultivation points. That would be this one. What other buffs do we have? Okay, so I don't really like the start. Yeah, it's good for making money, but I'm really interested in having a high insight to begin with, like over 10, and a high martial arts comprehension. Everything else I will deal with and have like decent buffs here. So my first focus is to try and get good stats here. Like here it's a bit too much insight and not enough martial arts comprehension. So this is the 30% increase in damage stat. I mean trait, not. So this would be like traits, and these would be like additional buffs on top of that, kind of. Then 26, no. 23 and 11, this would actually not be that bad. Let's see what we got. So we have the 30% damage buff, which is great. This one is, let me check real quick. This would be like having a mahogany sword in word for word translation. So you start with a better sword in your bag. And this is 10,000 cultivation points. So these two are really good. Like I'm already really happy with these two. Mahogany sword, whatever. I don't care. And let's see what this one is. Holy shit, that's so cool. You start with a special sword from Yuan buys one from a sword master. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the names. So you get a special sword. This one is using swordsmanship. You do more damage. This one's actually really good because you made a lot of mistakes as a young man, as a young child, and you always got into trouble or into fights and stuff like that. You start with a higher amount of strength, so you do more damage with all sets. So this one's really, really good. Let's check this one out. So because you like often played with your friends, like sparring, I'm guessing, something like that, you have a higher chance to do critical damage. So this is also really good. Using swordsmanship at the beginning of the game. So this is again another sword buff. So it seems like the character that I have would be a really good swordsman at the start that can later transition into fist. So let's roll with that for now, just for like example's sake. Because I'm pretty sure you can random roll and get lucky and have a really sick build, like a good start for whatever you're interested in, blades, swords, fist, whatever, and have the like this is not really insanely important, I feel, because you can always level them. Like even in my previous patch playthrough, you can level these if you know how to do it and all that stuff. These I feel are more important to get right than this, but whatever. So we're more or less satisfied. We'll be rolling, I'm guessing, as a swordsman because we have so many swords buff, and then we'll transition into fist. So yeah, then this is start, and this is to re-roll the stats. So you pick your name, get into it, and I'm gonna show you now what else has changed in here. Let's see how we're doing on time. Cool, not bad. I hate that I have that thing popping up when I'm checking how long I've been recording for, but whatever. Sorry about that, but it is what it is at the moment. This stuff hasn't like changed a lot, but it also has. Like, there's no secondary part of the questionnaire where I would get a secondary internal and all that jazz. So that's kind of unfortunate. So, as per usual, you have your uncle, your sister, and oh cool. So I start with this accessory. Oh, so I think one of them is referring to accessories. I don't know if this is a blade or a sword, but we're gonna be punching people in the face with this stick. Okay. So as you can see, I have the 10,000 cultivation that was indicated in my traits, and yeah, these are already established because they're picked at the loading in the character creation, more or less. And we have a new button here at the top. This one will let you go to that room that I was mentioning earlier in the thing, but I'll try to show you how it works now. So as per usual, we talk to him, and here he starts to tell us all this good stuff. But since I kind of want to go with fist, this hasn't changed. This is blade, this is sword, this is fist, and this is staff. Whatever you want to pick. So I'm gonna go with fist because I want to have a little bit of a head start. And here again we have him telling us to choose like what do you want to be good at kind of thing. First one is drinking, second one investigation, third one is martial arts comprehension. Then cooking, medicine, money making, and blacksmithing. Yeah, anyway, I'll probably add a link to my starting video on the other patch, or I'll just add it as a comment as well in this one. But as always, I'm gonna pick insight because I just prefer insight. And as you can see now in this patch, you get a pop-up when you get a quest, which is really, really nice. So you can tell when you're like finding out rumors and when you're actually getting quests. So now he's telling you do the quest that I gave you, and you have this that gives you plus 32 and all that. We also get our trusty. Oh, so you get kicks now instead of Dragon Claw. Okay. So that would be something I would probably be interested in to get Dragon Claw at the start. Okay. So this is still the same, where you can get some loot from in here, which is an armor and some boots. But this accessory is really sick. I need to figure out how I got that though, like which one of the traits it is. Other than that, nothing has really changed. You still go here, you get some cooking, some food. There's this new NPC dude here. I haven't really like figured out what he does. He just like tells you some random stuff. I haven't translated it yet because yeah, haven't had really that much energy to put in after translating the menu and all that kind of stuff. It was like pretty intense. There's also an option that at the start you can start with like a certain number of wines, which makes doing like some of the initial quests a little bit easier because you already have like the wines in your bag and all that stuff, so you don't have to go and buy them. But making money has been made easier in this patch because things are cheaper and all that stuff, so it's give and take more or less in this situation. So I'm pretty happy with the way they balance stuff out. I'm pretty sure this guy will still work the same way, where you go to him to train for a month and he will level up one of your professions by 10 points. What has changed though is when you go and you talk to an NPC now, you'll see different options. So this E would be to talk and Y would be to check someone's shop. So yeah, there's that's new. The quests in this village are pretty much the same. So you can still get a rumor from this dude. And then these guys are still here, plotting their nonsense. You can talk to them and pick the evil option or the good option. I'm gonna pick the evil option for this one because I want to get the what was it, a blade or a sword? I think it's a blade. By it looks, oh whatever. I'm not too bothered by it right now. I just want to beat people with the stick. The camera is still a little bit, I mean, it's a little bit weirder than it was in the previous patch, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. This hasn't changed. So, we still get the same quest from her. She wants that shrimp. Can still feed this old beggar the pancake. Okay. So what else is new? So now to inspect someone, you actually have to press J and use the hotkey commands, or you can actually like just click on it, I think. Yeah. So it'll be something like this with NPCs. And on one side that makes it easier to like see who you can interact with and all that stuff. But on the other hand, I enjoyed like going into the conversation, like it made me explore more. But like this, you just go next to them and, you know, get the idea of who's important and who's not. I'll also be giving you a little sneak peek at what the Sunflower NPC looks like, because he's in the Imperial City, so I'm gonna join Royal Guard, so I'll have free access to just run around in there as I please. This guy hasn't changed. His questions are still the same and the answers are still the same, so you just answer the first option for all of them and you get a Liang 200, so that hasn't changed. I've had some issues with this blade where it's I had like 3000 strength before and I still couldn't pull it out, but hopefully in this patch it'll work just fine and I can actually pull it out, because I've had like a certain playthrough where I could and then another one where I couldn't, so I don't really understand. These dudes, these new dudes here, will represent like a little, sort of like one of the little side factions, as you can see. So they represent a new place that you could potentially join. I'm not exactly sure how, because, yeah, I haven't explored this patch at all. Just trying to translate all the information in it as best as I can, so I have a good idea of what's going on. But yeah, you'll find many little groups like that that represent a tiny little faction and stuff like that that you can join, I think, at some point or another, and they will offer you some really cool internals and stuff. I'm hoping, I don't know for sure. So Grandpa also has the fishy quest for us in Suzhou. I'm guessing this guy will still take us on a boat to the that part of the northern desert. Did I get all the quests? No, it seems like I'm still missing 2, maybe? Anyway, I'm not gonna try to get them all. I'm just gonna try to get the ones that I remember clearly, because even I forget after playing this game for so long. Combat hasn't changed much. It's basically the same. The only thing that changes is the amount of action points required to do certain skills. So it's like cheaper. And the usual hidden little Easter eggs around this place haven't changed either. So that's nice. So you can see. Sorry, I just ate. I don't really remember where I got the Beast Villa quest from, or if that one is still available even. I think that's the only one that I'm like missing and stuff. But from what I recall, it was this guy. Shaolin one. This is in Baikal village. This is with the shrimp. This is with the mandala flower. This guy doesn't say anything after. Maybe it's the farmer. I don't know. Nope. They've also changed the way that they describe like interactions with NPCs around the world. Like if you're gonna do something bad, it'll tell you like what degree of an evil act it is. Like if it's a small evil, a big evil, small good, big good. Most of them are small goods though. Usually like you can't get 80 good points by doing something. You'll only get like 5 or 10 max. While for evil it's like so much easier to get. You just run around now, beat on someone and yeah, get 80 evil points just like that. This starting shop also hasn't changed, so you still have the same basic stuff. Seems to be the same skills. I'm not sure, I need to check, but yeah, I don't have the money. No Beast Villa quest. Nope. And he said no. Okay, so maybe that quest got removed, or you get it in a different way now. So, I'll go back. Talk to him. And he's given us a new quest, or an update on the old quest, and I think an internal. Getting internal seems to be a little bit more difficult. So internals are seemingly harder to get, while you know, skills I've gotten quite an abundant amount from the very start. So I don't really understand why they made you go through that starting tutorial and then go through this again and not have the full options as before, but whatever, I guess. So yeah, this is a sword. This looks so weird, beating on someone with a stick. Okay, let me open my bag, please. Okay, so you get a healing powder. Nothing too crazy. Your sister still serves as an NPC. And as you see, when I get closer, I have this option from G, right? So that will be to gift items to NPCs, which is something you can do now to raise your friendship with them, so you can form blood bonds, like brotherly bonds with people without actually like being in their sect, just by gifting them the right amount of items, or just, yeah, I haven't really tested that out either, but yeah, you get the idea. So this would be a blade. So doing that little evil thing would totally not be worth it for me, because I'm not really going to use blades. So now I'm just gonna try and get to the point with some of the new cool features, because it's already been a while. But yeah, that's more or less the starting village. I'll go over it in more depth and all that stuff when I actually do the playthrough. So yeah, we're gonna use swords for now. Well, actually no, because I'm still gonna do and get that silly little that crazy dragon palm move. So we'll just use our fists. Cool. So the story, more or less, from what I've seen so far, like hasn't changed, the main plot at least, with finding what happened to our dad and all that stuff, but I haven't gotten too into it either. I haven't managed to join Rootless as well so far, and I've tried really hard. Like, I've done all the quests that I could for them with this noob stage that I was in, and I still couldn't join, which is kind of unfortunate. But whatever, I'll figure it out and then lay it all out for you, how to do all those things. So yeah, now we have our ticket, and as you can see, because we picked the difficulty in that little Tale of Wuxia-like character creator, now we don't have that. So there's the way events happen has sort of like fully changed. Like, it's not just going to be, okay, in this month this place is going to highlight and all that stuff, because that's been completely changed from what I saw. So you actually need to get the random encounter while you're just running around in the open world. It's a little bit weird, but whatever, you know. At least you have an infinite sort of amount of time to do it from what I've seen. But yeah. So it's all about running around and doing all kind of stuff. And I feel like your alignment might be having a little bit more of an impact on things. So yeah, there's that. I'm not gonna waste time with other people's quests and all that stuff, because I really want to show you that sunflower NPC in the in the Imperial City. And where NPCs are has changed, but some stuff has remained the same. Like for example, the NPC where you go to destroy your ticket to join like the 3rd sect, 4th sect, etc. hasn't changed. It's still 100 liang, and it's still in the Sky Mountain sect. I mean Sky Machine sect, Heavenly Sky Machine sect, whatever it's called. We'll just call it Heavenly Sky or Sky sect, usually. So yeah, one of the important changes is like with the story quests, when you get to the to beating on this guy, he's here now, no longer outside over there. As you can see, I can't join them right off the bat. I can, however, accept his quests and start to build reputation with them, but I'm not sure if you need to finish all the quests, because his quest I wasn't able to do just yet. So in the meantime, while we get stronger, I'll just go to join RG and probably like fully graduate RG, I'm guessing, this time around, because I'm not exactly like super comfortable with like everything. So yeah. So now we can see we can gift him stuff without like even being in the sect, so we can open it up and gift him whatever items. I can obviously inspect them as well, since inspection is my thing. And yeah, talking to him brings us no current benefit whatsoever, as you can see. So I'm gonna click on him, do that, yeah. Then I'm gonna beat on that kid, this poor RG kid. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, 43 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one, but I still want to show you everything. It might be like an hour-ish, 50-60 minutes. Okay, so now we can join RG. It's our first school. Boom, we joined. Cool stuff. We can claim our salary as per usual. We got our money, but it takes a lot more time now than it did before. And now the NPCs are gone, the ones that you used to train at and all that stuff, but the way that you do that now has changed. Now he's friendly with us, he's willing to spar. So the way that it works now is this new interface thing that has been added, this new button, is where all the magic happens. I'm gonna go get that fist skill real quick as well. So I think I have enough money to buy a chicken. Yeah, I do have more than enough money to buy a chicken. That yummy chicken, man. So we're in the last patch, when, I mean not in the last patch, in 1.2, when you join the sect you already started with 1 point. Here you start with 0, so you actually need to build up your reputation from nothing, which makes life a little bit more difficult, but it's not like the end of the world kind of thing. And the amount of points required has been increased, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because it means that you could potentially do it faster, but I feel like the time investment is relatively similar, so it'll be about 2 years for you to fully graduate a place. So if it takes longer than 2 years, then it's not the best, but if it takes about the same amount of time, then whatever, you know. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we have Dragon Palm. The funny thing about this is that there's actually an event where he comes and teaches you, like a random encounter, where he comes and talks to you about the beggar sect and the traditions of the beggar sect and how it works. So basically there's like a, let's call it like it's split into like two offices, yeah? The dirty beggars and the clean beggars. Like the dirty beggars are the people who like roam the streets and find out information and all that kind of stuff, and the clean beggars are the people who like kind of like work in the higher strata of society, so to speak, and they like, you know, pull strings and all that kind of stuff for things to happen. And what he also tells you is that like when the leader of the beggar sect is about to die, he will teach his disciple, like his favorite disciple more or less, the 18 dragon subduing palm, and all that stuff. So it keeps on getting passed on from generation to generation is the gist of things. So yeah, that's a little bit of lore on the beggars, which is really cool that they've added that in here, because that's actually like how it works and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't get any new inners. Man, it's so sad that it's like so hard to get inners. So yeah, I'm gonna show you a little bit how some random events work real quick, and then I'll show you the new place where you go to level up stuff. So now there will be like no more highlighted areas. The map is the same. No new actual locations have been added. Peach Blossom is still where it usually is. All this changes that you can find like these little factions like I showed you here in our starting village. You can find them in like Suzhou. I'm not sure if there's one in Yanjing or not. But yeah, let me just run around, try to get a random encounter real quick. Actually no, fuck that, I'm too lazy to do all that jazz. I'm gonna go show you the Sunflower NPC and then do the like put my like I'm gonna hire. The way that it works is like to level up a school, you hire workers and you give them specific tasks. You have like 6 tasks to pick from. I haven't fully translated them all, but like you have one where you can send them to like explore the capital. You have one of them where you like send them to search for goods for you. You have one of them where you put them to upgrade the specific building inside your I guess your headquarters. I don't know how to properly refer to it at the moment. And yeah, the only thing that I think stays constant is like when you swap schools, for example, I think is your martial arts pavilion, where you can create your own unique martial arts or your own unique inners, or both. I don't really know at the moment, because yeah, it's a bit of a pain to go through everything and try to understand it like properly, especially since I spent like so much time just like on the traits and all that stuff earlier. Like my head's already like just spinning. It's a lot of information, a lot to read, and it's not the easiest thing in the world. But, you know, we're out here, we're doing it, we're gonna do it. We're determined, we're committed. Ain't nobody got shit on us, because we the bomb. At least I hope so. God damn. So, if you're not part of one of the Imperial City related factions, which is RG and Brutalist, you can't come in here without fighting like 3 really strong NPCs. So as you can see, there's a dude now. Like there's random people on buildings and stuff like that, so you need to like have a good look around. And we're just gonna fly over here. And this guy, I'm assuming, is the fight to either get the outfit or to get like some sort of relationship to the Sunflower sect or whatever it is. Blah blah blah. He kind of like laughs at you, saying you suck. So, and here it will tell you that this is a high level fight. So now it's really cool because you have these indications of, okay, this fight's easy, this fight's hard, this fight's like this. It's not just like, okay, I'm going to click on it and pray for the best and hope I don't get smashed in my asshole. But yeah, thug life, basically. So yeah, I'm assuming that if you beat him, you might actually get this outfit, which is really cool in my opinion. I think it looks awesome. So yeah, That would be the Sunflower NPC, and he's right at the entrance of the Imperial City. Okay, so you still can't jump over this. Nice. Nice. Alright, so let me show you what our headquarters look like. This is only available once you've joined a sect. If you plan on playing sectless, you will not have access to this. So I feel like the game kind of forces your hand a little bit. But from what I've understood, there are like certain events that take place that might allow you to unlock this without actually joining one of the main sects, or like by creating your, I think it might even be an option to create your own sect. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it seems to be more open-minded, so to speak. Like, so we go down there and we click in here and we can come into our little base, little headquarters. And here we have a bunch of little dudes cleaning our floor. Damn right. There's a spot over there. You missed the spot, boy. Get the cleaning. Get the cleaning, bitch. So here we have a bunch of options. This is more or less the lobby of like what used to be the interface where you could see your identity and stuff like that. So just click on that, and as you can see, actually nope. But what we do have is we have 600 budget points, like sort of like points that we can spend on workers. And if I click on this, I can't claim it because I have 0. So I am utterly dog shit. And here it will give you an idea of like what you would get maybe like per certain amount of time. I'm not exactly sure, but these points increase as time passes on, so I'm assuming these are points that you get as time goes by. These are obviously rooms you can unlock, and I'm pretty sure one of them is to do with like being able to create your own martial arts. And to do that, it will be this, the button right above the lobby. So here you, like, just a sneak peek, I can already tell that there's like effects I can pick, and there's like 3 options I have here, which I need to, like, this is internal, this might be skill, and this I don't know what it is, but I know this is for sure internal, and this could be like a skill. So what it tells me is that because I haven't unlocked this building, I can't use this function right now. So it'll show you like its base stats, or it could be like tier 1 effect, tier 2 effect, tier 3 effect, whatever, some shit like that. But I'll look into it and I'll eventually find out how to do it. But it's a really cool feature. I think it's definitely thumbs up, like good job. I think it's great. Here you'll have the interface where you'll assign your workers to do stuff, and this is where you can purchase workers. So as we saw, we had a number there that was 600. This is our available funds. These are like their stats, so they'll be good at this, really good at this, and then decent, and this is low. So all these things will mean something that will allow them to do a quest more efficiently, or shit like that, you know what I'm trying to say? And this is how much they cost to hire. So this will be 228 budget points out of what I have, right, to hire this dude who seems to be like really good at everything. So what I'm gonna do, just for example's sake, I'm going to buy him, but you see I have more points now. It's because whenever you hire someone, time goes by, you know? So when you hire someone, you're taking time out of the like, you know, the year and shit like that. So now I'm gonna look for someone else that has like decent stats. So I'm also gonna get this guy. Now I have 450. So okay. And as you can see, it's the 3rd month, and it was the end of the 1st month. So I've spent a month and something just hiring workers, you know? And another really cool thing, once you've hired a worker, they're in your base. Like, how cool is that? That's absolutely awesome. So you can actually go around, like, I hope eventually you can talk to them and have some cool interactions. Let me try, whoa. Invisible NPC, hello? Okay, so we have a invisible NPC. Because he's so good at martial arts, he's the fucking invisible man. Clearly has outclassed us right from the start of the game. And yeah, good times, good times, good times. So now that we have them, let's put them to work. So we click on the first option, and then you click on whichever one of them. And as you can see, they have this little frame around them, so you know that that's the one you've selected. And then you can put them to do, like I told you, one of these 6 tasks. So at the end, it tells you this will take 90 days, this will take 70 days, this will take 60 days, this will take 70 days, etc., so on and so forth, right? What each of these will do, I will try to have them better translated and all that stuff, but we'll pick a 90 day and we will pick a 70 day. So, oh shit, let me check what this means because I forgot. Oh, so this is how you can expel people, I'm guessing? Like you can get rid of them? Well, let's actually give it a try. Let's buy someone that sucks and see if we actually expel them. That's what it actually does. 190, someone that's cheap, very cheap. Discount, Black Friday discount, man. So we'll buy this guy on Black Friday discount, and I'm gonna try expel him. So as you can see, time has passed on my 2 activities because it's passed. So boom. Okay, so that's how you expel someone. You click on this, and it's that option. So we've tested out. It works. Coolio, coolio. So as you can see, to hire and to expel him took 1, 2, basically 3 jars of our action, which is quite a bit of time if you actually think about it. But before we leave, as you can see, now I also have identity points, right? Because time has passed, these people have done stuff, I've committed to the sect, I've done some stuff, and now I can claim my first identity. But look at the numbers. It's no longer like 1 to 100. It's 1 to 2,000, and 2,000 to 5,000, 5,000 to whatever. And to actually get into this, it's gonna be 10k. So you're gonna need to get 10k. But for doing something simple, I got 600. So I'm not like insanely like bothered by that. But I still can't do any of these things. So I don't know how this stuff would work to activate and all that jazz, but I will figure it out, do not fret. So basically now we have our good old trusty RG outfit, and boom, boom, we got some skills, some skills. Blade skill because it is RG, so the focus is blade, and we got bloody saber, or whatever it's called in this version. So, yep, we should also have some points in here because we've been leveling up. Okay, so we have 23 in here. The only cool thing with starting with a high martial arts comprehension is that you get so much more cultivation points from everything that you're doing. But whatever, that's up to the individual. You pick what you like, you do you, man, you know? I'm just trying to help you out and help you achieve those goals that you're looking to do in this game if you enjoy it. So yeah, when you're done with whatever and you want to go back to exploring, you just go out here and you're Gucci. And I don't remember whether it teleports you where you were or in the open world. I don't know. I don't remember. Don't quote me on it. I haven't played long enough to give you specifics. How we doing on time? Probably a long time. Please don't crash. Please don't be a dick. Yep, so it just throws us in the middle of the world, more or less. I'm gonna try and show you also what I mean. Oh shit, it's already been an hour. God damn it. Hopefully these will proc fast. If not, I'll just cut this part out of the video, I guess. Alright. So, just an example. Even though in RG it seems that I don't have a choice in these things anymore, which this is something that really bothers me, because the fact that I used to have a choice was why I enjoyed it, you know? Like that whole like, okay, I get to pick what I'm doing and all that stuff was a big source of my joy, so to speak. Combat hasn't changed, so there's nothing really to explain. Except that now, like, you walk slowly towards them and look slightly retarded. I don't know if I like that or not. I used to love his just dashed in and just bam, 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 smashed people in the face. That was awesome. Events also take up a lot of time. So, and every time after you complete an event, you will usually get a quest. So if you want to continue with this sort of like MA quest line, you gotta go to MA and see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's more or less like the gist of things. A random encounter will result in a quest, and then you can keep following that quest and keep rocking random encounters within those parameters. So here we meet the Scholar Lady, which is really cool because you get access to scholars so early. Like, you can literally start the game as a scholar, which is really cool. So because I'm interested in that, I'm going to go to Suzhou and talk to her, just so you get an idea. And why it's all so time consuming. Like the rate at which like time just burns is really crazy. As you can see, it took me like an hour just to go over like basic stuff because so much has changed and it's like so much new stuff. That's why I've also postponed doing this for like so long, because I knew it was going to be a lot of stuff that I need to learn again. But more or less I feel like the basic concepts still apply. Okay, hello. Okay. Okay. That's bad and not so bad. Like I'm okay with it, it's just annoying. So as you can see, it's no longer like a symbol of good or evil. It's kind of like, okay, this is what could happen. So I got 80 bad points, but I got this armor, that's pretty dope. So, and I also got a skill from that. And yeah, I get this notification. Like, as you can see, it's not like popping up all the time and stuff like that. I'm assuming it's more like a lead. So now I'm gonna talk to her, and she's gonna allow me to get more random encounters in this quest line of her versus the water dragon lady, the leader of 5 lakes, 10 poisons, because they're not friendly with one another. Like, these two sects are sort of like rivals, and that's what I enjoy about this patch. It makes it much clearer who hates who, you know? It's not just like, oh, okay, now we're gonna fight this guy, then whatever kind of thing, and you can like sort of bob and weave your way around situations. It's more like, okay, you're gonna follow this quest line, you're gonna probably make these people your enemy, which is, you know, that's how it is, You know, you pick the side with RG, you're probably gonna piss off some people, because shit, like you're gonna piss off dragons at least, because you represent the Imperial City. However, a plus of this system is that you can choose when you're gonna start these quest lines, right? So it's not like, okay, I have to go and meet them now because I got the quest. The quests don't expire from what I've seen. Like, there's no expiry date on it, just tells you that this is gonna happen if you choose to do that. So now I'm just gonna run around a little bit, and I'm probably gonna get a pop with a random encounter for 5 lakes. So this is the dude. We're gonna whoop on his ass a little bit. Now I have somewhat significant amount of HP because of the armor, not because of anything else. And what I like more about this system is that, like, it sort of makes you have to do the main quest line. Like, it's not like I left it till it was almost the end of the game and stuff to do it, you know? It's like you need those items to help you survive. Like, you need to get to the part of Baikal village and get 10 mana medicines and 10 health medicines, you know? And now you can see that I have an event pop here. And I can just keep going and doing my own thing, and this will still be here. Like, it's not gonna go away. So that's really neat. But I can do the first part. And in the first part, we actually fight against the dragon, water dragon lady. But you see, there's no choices. That's something that, like, I don't really like, to be quite fair. But maybe later on we'll have some choices, because just like this is kind of like, okay, like, where do I come in as a player, you know? Like, what's my say in this? Like, I don't know. That upsets me a little bit. Like, it definitely let me down. But there's a lot of other aspects that have promise, like crafting your own internal. Like, that's just crazy. Crafting your own martial art is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Come on, just hit him. The next part of the event I can't do anyway, so yeah, that's more or less it. So I think I'm actually gonna call it a wrap before I end up recording for like 2 hours. Trying to show you as much as I found out so far, but yeah, if you're interested in seeing patch 2.0 and all that stuff, let me know in the comments. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up, smash it like it stole from you. And you know, if you like me as a person, well, not like me as a person, because who really cares? We're on the internet, we're here to have fun and learn some stuff while we're at it, right? Hit that sub button if you enjoy the content, and the notification bell to get notified when I put something out. Might be interested in it, might not be. Watch it if you want, don't watch it if you don't want. You know, it is what it is, life's life. So thank you guys for taking out of your time, well, an hour of your day to watch this madness that I've been sweating for like 3 or 4 hours to figure out, but whatever. Hope you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next piece of content that I put out. So yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Peace.